What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm hopefully going to be making the 720 sound halfway decent because I straight piped it and it just sounds like complete garbage. So for those of you who have been keeping up with the channel, you guys know that I did do I made myself a test pipe. So that's pretty much a replacement for the cat. You just take out the cat, you put that in there, and it makes it straight, like a straight pipe. So that's what I got going on right now. It's original down pipe, got the test pipe, so it's straight pipe right there, and then there's just a little section right here, and then there's nothing after that. I just unbolted the exhaust right here, and at high RPMs it sounds really raspy, just really bad. Everything like out sounds good, but when you downshift and it goes to like the high RPMs, it just sounds really bad and really raspy. And the main reason is because there's no resonator, there's no muffler, there's nothing to kind of like quiet that tone down. So I'm hoping that this little resonator that I have right here works. I got this a long time ago for my other 720. I had two of these. I don't know where the other one's at. They're tiny little resonators. I don't know if it's gonna do anything, but it's worth a try, and it's free because it's just in my backyard. So I already got this flange right here. If you guys know, I am gonna be using all the original flanges that came on the truck, just because if I ever need to get a gasket, I can get the OEM gasket and it bolts right in, rather than trying to make a custom gasket and find one and all that. So this flange was right here, like something like that. So now what I'm gonna do is I cut that off. I'm gonna get this bolted onto the existing exhaust and then tack this resonator on right there, something like that. Cut this pipe off, or maybe leave it on, I don't know, and then try to weld this to the factory exhaust that was on the truck, or this homemade contraption that someone did. So it still has kind of its original exhaust and its original hanger. So it'll be original down pipe, original manifold, going down to the test pipe, a little mid pipe right there, and then that will bolt up to this resonator, and then from there it'll be straight back onto this piece, and it'll just come out exactly where it used to. Now it's not gonna be my permanent exhaust coming out right here. It just comes out somewhere like a little right here. That's not what I'm gonna be running, but that'll allow me to get the exhaust to come back here, and then from here I could chop it under the bed, either like right here or somewhere over here, and then from there go to where I want to go. I want to do an exhaust back here, kind of like my other 720, but I'm not too sure. But with having this exhaust on there, one, it'll get the noise from under the truck out, and it'll just be down here, and then two, it'll kind of, like I said, put the exhaust right here ready for me to cut, and then I could weld my piece onto there and then go all the way out back to wherever I want to go. So this is now the portion I was talking about. I got the muffler cut off. I know it's at a weird angle right here, but the other pipe is the same exact diameter, but since this is cut at an angle, the other one seems to be a little smaller, so it fits in there barely, just very snug. So I'm just gonna weld around that, and it should be pretty good. I know it's not gonna look as clean, but I am working with the exhaust that the truck came with, so I think it's gonna come out perfect. And yeah, but so far I got the resonator in there, just tacked on. I got that all cut up nice and ready to weld, and now I'm just gonna get this, clean this all up, and then throw this on the truck, and then get this tacked up, and then see if it rattles or if it hits on anything. If everything's good, and if it's all good, then I'll weld her up. Alright guys, so the exhaust is now all welded up. I welded it right here, and I welded it right here. And yeah, now I'm just waiting for it to cool down a little because it's still a little warm. But you can see right there, there's a mounting point right there, and then there's 2 bolts. So I don't have any gaskets right now at the moment because the auto parts store doesn't have any, and the nearest one is like 30 minutes away, and I don't really want to drive right now. So what I'm gonna do is I got some copper, it's not copper like spray, it's like RTV, and I'm just gonna throw some on there on that. It's for exhaust, just to kind of seal it up a little. But I am gonna be removing the whole entire exhaust once I end up doing the exhaust that I want to do. But like I said, this is just gonna be a temporary fix, so don't give me too much crap on that. But yeah, next clip should be me throwing this into the truck. I know I said I was gonna show you guys me throwing the exhaust in there, but I don't think you guys really need to see that. It's just this bolt down here, those 2 bolts right there. It is now installed. There is 2 tiny exhaust leaks. There's one where I welded it right there, and there's another one right here. I'm just gonna drive it real quick just to kind of see what it sounds like with some load on it. I revved it, and it sounds a lot like a NAKA, like what that truck over there would sound like a hard body straight pipe sounds like, which I'm not really a fan of. But you know, there's not really much you can do with the 4-banger. They don't really sound that good. So you know, it does sound a lot better than before, but it still has that raspy like tone, just not as bad. But you can hear what it sounds like back here. It sounds pretty throaty at idle. And my favorite thing is at idle, it doesn't sound really loud. My other truck, it just was like obnoxious at idle. It sounded super loud. This one is nice and quiet, but when I get on it, it does sound a lot louder. But like I said, you can take it around, show you guys some clips, and then weld up those 2 little exhaust leaks, and I think she should be good. It's actually really loud at the higher RPMs, but low RPMs it sounds pretty quiet. But it sounds kind of bad right now because of these 2 exhaust leaks. So I was actually just editing the video and I saw that there was no outro, so I'm going to be quickly making an outro. Like I said in the video, there was 2 tiny exhaust leaks that I just ended up boiling over and fixing those, so that's not really a big deal. The truck does sound a little bit different, but it sounds overall the same as it did in the video that you guys just saw. I'm starting to like the truck. At first, I didn't really like the way it sounded just because I thought, and I had the mentality that it was going to sound like my other 720. I know that every truck sounds different because of the abuse that it's been through and all that. But I just really wanted it to sound like my other truck just because I like the tone of it. So when I didn't hear that same tone, I was kind of bummed that I really didn't like it. But the more I drove the truck, the more I got familiar with it, the more I started to like it. So I'm kind of torn right now on whether I like it or not, but I'm leaning more towards I like it. Obviously, it needs to grow on me a little bit more, but my favorite part about the exhaust is, comparing it to my other 720 at least, is this exhaust at idle, pretty much quiet, sounds stock for the most part. You could hear a little bit more of a throaty sound, but it's pretty much stock. Cruising, same thing. It's pretty quiet, and you don't really hear it. It's not really annoying. It's not droning at all. But when you want to get on it hard and show off that you have an exhaust, you can definitely do that, and it's really loud. So I think that's pretty cool. The fact that you can show off that your exhaust is loud only when you want to. It's not 24/7 like my other 720. Idle, it was loud. You couldn't even talk to the person next to you. You had to kind of scream. Cruising, it was super drony, super loud. Romping on it, really loud, and it was just kind of like obnoxious 24/7. So I find that pretty cool on this truck. You could just kind of cruise, drive it as a good daily, because that's what the truck is meant for. So it could be a perfectly good daily. You could be quiet, or you could be really obnoxious and be really loud. It's all up to you. Now, I want to know if you guys like the exhaust. Put it down in the comments whether you like it or you don't like it, because I'm still a little torn. I just want to see what you guys think of the exhaust. Now, I know there's a lot of you guys who want to see videos of me just kind of cruising with the truck and just, you know, driving, doing my daily routine. So I will be making some of those videos. I'll just set the camera up and just drive and just kind of do my daily routine, just like I said, just to show you guys what the truck sounds like. Because I know in the past when I've seen exhaust videos, they've just been like free revving videos where they're just sitting there just revving the engine and you can't really hear what the engine sounds like on load. So if you guys do like the way it sounds, I'll, like, once I make that video, you guys can obviously see if you guys want to do the same exact setup on your exhaust or not. But with that being said, I hope you guys found the video useful and enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, guys.